Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Saad and this is Obsession Car Detailing, and this is our somewhat irregular vlog where we look behind the scenes to see what's going on at the shop. It's been a while since we were here. There's been a few changes, but let's start off with this amazing Ferrari F8. Now this car is, I think it's a 2020 model. The owner drives it hard. It gets tracked, it gets driven a lot, goes to shows. Had some wear and tear. He wanted it to be protected for the future. There's a track day coming up at City Motorsport Park, organised by the team at Canberra. Wanted to get it ready, so he brought it to us where we performed a full paint correction, get the car looking good, remove the decontamination, gloss it up, and then we, of course, wrapped the car fully in Xpel paint protection film. So as always, we use our custom modified patterns to ensure all the edges are wrapped over. This is fairly seamless. That's wrapped over, that's wrapped over. This badge cut out there was shrunken down a bit to get a real nice tight fit, so it's looking really good. This is not an easy car to wrap, guys. This is quite difficult, one of the more challenging cars we've done, especially the bonnet, but I'm really happy with the outcome. This roof especially, if you look at it, it's a giant piece. Now we could have done a seam there or a seam there to make it easier, but we wanted to do it in one piece, and I think that was worth it. We then coated the whole car in the Xpel Fusion ceramic coating, give it that beautiful smooth finish, easy to clean, hydrophobics, all that jazz. Did the perspex, and the one area that I'm really proud of actually is the interior. Now, the owner is a busy man, as you can imagine. Didn't have time to look after the car as well as he would have liked, so the interior was a bit worse for wear. It needed a bit of love. Spent a lot of time. I think Matteo spent a full day on the interior, really deep cleaning the leather, getting that white stitching looking fresh again, and I'm blown away with the result. Like I saw the car before and after, really happy with this. But yeah, Ferrari F8. I'm not a Ferrari guy. I'm not a Ferrari person, guys. Sorry. My favorite Ferrari is the 458 Speciality. I think, you know, once they went turbocharged, it was all downhill, but that's the same with Porsches and everyone, and that's the way of the world, unfortunately. But I don't know, this goes, what, 0 to 100 in very quickly. And I think it's a 3.8 litre twin turbo V8. Fantastic sounding car. Maybe we can do a startup a bit later. Moving along, today we've got this Audi RS3 in. Now this is not your standard RS3, guys. Perhaps the brakes here give it away. This car has been tuned up and modified and tricked up by the guys at Northside Euros down the road. I think it produces close to 1,000 horsepower. I think the owner basically gave the car to them and was like, blank check, I want as much power as possible. And that's what we've done. Now, Ivan here right now is working on the interior. We've just spent probably the better part of 4 days polishing the car, and then we installed a new ceramic coating that we're currently using, which the gloss level in this new coating, you can't tell on camera, obviously. The gloss level though is just out of this world. So we installed the coating on one panel, then I had the guys do the rest of the car. When I came back and looked at it an hour later, there was a visible difference in how glossy it was. And Nardo Grey isn't a particularly deep or rich or glossy looking color. I'm blown away at what this car looks like. So the whole car's been ceramic coated, obviously, and now Ivan is working on the interior. The Alcantara steering wheel needed a lot of love. It didn't feel like Alcantara, but now it's back to its kind of that fluffy, textured feel, and now the leather as well, looking really good. A couple of more hours to go on this car, I think, and then it'll be ready to go and send it. One of the benefits of this new coating we're using, guys, is that it has a 1 hour cure time. Don't ask me about the chemistry or the technology, I'm not sure how that works, but most coatings, you generally can't get them wet for 24 hours, which is why we need to keep the car overnight. This coating here, 1 hour. After coating, you can get wet in 1 hour, which will hopefully allow us to give your car back to you sooner, and you'll be less time without your car, which I think is a great thing. Normal rules around washing still apply. You don't want to wash it for 7 days. You don't want to get any surfactants or chemicals on the paintwork. The main reason being the coating is still cross-linking with the paint over that first couple of days, so you don't want to interfere with that process, but water is just fine. So if it rains, you're okay. Now, moving along, Kia Stinger GT. I was really sad when they, I wasn't really sad, I was somewhat disappointed, I suppose. I don't own one, so it didn't really affect me. But it was disappointing when Kia decided to discontinue this car. I think it really was the modern day Commodore. If you're looking for an affordable rear-wheel drive, high-performance sedan. This was really it. V6 twin turbo, sounds awesome, goes hard. Interior quality was amazing, and this was discontinued. The owner of this car has brought it in for a pre-sale detail. This is where we give it a one-step polish, using an all-in-one polish, spend some time on the interior, engine bay, wheels, get the car looking good for sale. Under the right lights, the paintwork on this car does need a lot of love. Unfortunately, the owner maintained it by taking it to an automatic car wash on a weekly basis, and he thought he was doing the right thing. Obviously, he didn't realize that how bad automatic car washes can be for paint. So guys, if you're watching this, please don't take your car to an automatic car wash. Take it to a proper detailer, or better yet, do it yourself. These days it's so easy, especially with the coating, to wash your car. So I recommend always doing it yourself. It's a fun thing to do on weekends. And if you really can't, come and see us and we can try and help you out there. But pre-sale detail going at the moment. Kai, how you going, buddy?
Doing good.
I don't have another mic on me right now, but you can just talk to me here like this. We'll talking to my mic. How are you, buddy? What's going on?
Not too much.
Anything interesting to report on this car?
Not really. Bit of calcium build-up.
A bit of calcium build-up, yes. So obviously the water they're using in those automatic car washes is recycled, which is great for the environment, but it's not filtered most of the time. So you're going to get a lot more water spotting and calcium build-ups and mineral deposits on the car.
It's not dried correctly.
So. Yeah, exactly. After it's not dried, you get that build-up. But look, it's looking glossy. I'm sure the new owner will be happy with it, and if the new owner is watching this sometime in the future and has purchased this car, come and see us and we'll get it looking really good. Kai, anything else to report? Having fun?
Chilling.
Yeah. What's your favorite car in the shop right now?
M3 Touring, actually.
Yeah, M3 Touring, let's get to that. All right, guys, let's move along. Now, Kai mentioned the M3 Touring. Kelvin, how are you, buddy?
Hey, how are you?
All right, M3 Touring, guys. What a car. Now this is a satin black finish. It's in for full Xpel PPF. It's a very time-consuming car to wrap, you can tell by it. I think we've done about 80% of it. Well, look, I think we've done 80% by area of the car, probably 50% by time. Because now we've got to do the front bumper, the rear bumper, the rest of the side skirts, and the splitter, which is probably going to take us longer than the rest of the car.
Yes.
Because I think, what have we done, Kelvin? We've done bonnet,
We've done bonnet, fender, roof, door, quarter. Yeah.
Yeah, so pretty much all the panels are done except for the front and the rear bumper, and side skirt's done.
Side skirt done.
Yeah, fully done?
Fully
All right, cool, awesome. So the car's here, we're gonna put it up on the hoist to do the front and the rear. You may have seen, guys, the RS3 is sitting on the hoist there. We've got a new hoist in there that hasn't been bolted down yet. We're actually got a few more things to do there before we get it ready, but hopefully that should be operational pretty soon. One thing, guys, if you're in a detailing shop and you do some PPF, I wanted to point this out. So we had our ramps for this hoist powder coated recently. This nice kind of, it was supposed to be a gray, but it turned out white. It looks great, doesn't bother me. But when we reinstalled it, we got this kind of thick rubber matting and put the ramps on there. And we want to do that on there as well. And the reason for that is, especially if you're PPFing, you've got water around, the hoist, the ramps are going to be sitting in water and they will rust. Now this was quite rusted, so these ramps were quite rusted, so we had them blasted by the guys down at CPC Coatings in Queanbeyan, and they come up looking great. But before we really start using that hoist, I want to put the rubber mat down, so we're going to have to go to ACT rubber in Fishwick, I think that's where we got this from. Yeah, it's a big piece of rubber, put it down, and then bolt the hoist. So top tip, guys, if you do have a hoist, you're doing some PPF detailing work, I think it's best to elevate it from the floor slightly using a rubber mat. It's actually my friend Ryan down at ADS in Sydney, who was down here recently as well. He's the one who recommended that to me, and then we decided to do it. Matteo, let's have a few words with Matteo. So guys, good news. It's been a while, but Matteo is now a fully fledged PPF installer. He's what I would call a junior PPF installer. And by junior, I mean that he'll do his work, but it will need to be checked over and ticked off by someone else, either me or Kelvin, to make sure it's good. Whereas if Kelvin does a panel or I do a panel, there's no one to check it over. Although we do have a procedure where we check each other's work to make sure, because it's kind of like writing, writing an essay. You need someone else to edit it for you. But Matteo, anything to talk about how last few months? It's been a while since you've been on camera. Hold the mic a bit closer up to you.
Yes, I'm happy with how I increase my my way to work with PPF, and I'm really happy on how organized we are now. We are improving a lot of things around here, and yeah, that makes the work easier.
Yeah, so guys, you may notice the shop is looking a bit different. We're still waiting on a few more bits to go, flooring wise and roofing wise, but we've moved all the cupboards here. My beloved 180 unfortunately has had to go back outside to create some space here. I think Matteo didn't want to put it outside, and nor did I, but we had to make an executive decision. That car will live. The steering rack, Matteo pulled it out not long ago, and we sent that off to be fully refurbed and recode. So that's, I think it's pretty much ready actually. I've got to go and pick it up. So we'll put that back in. It's on wheels, sorry, it's on those dollies, so we can move the car in and out and work on it on weekends and stuff, but I think we do. Matteo's quite keen to get it going, and so am I. We've had the intake manifold and the turbo exhaust manifolds ceramic coated by the guys by CPC, and by ceramic coating there, we're not talking about like paintwork coating, talking about like this thick spray-on coating designed to protect from heat and to insulate the material to keep the heat inside and make the turbos and everything run more efficiently. Matteo, anything else you'd like to talk about?
No.
Awesome. All right, let's go back to Kelvin. So Kelvin, give us an update. What's been happening last few weeks or last few months or in the shop life?
Oh, we, like Matteo said, we're getting more organized now. And like we have a Ferrari finally. It's my first one.
It's your first Ferrari?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you weren't here when we did the
F12.
F12.
No.
What about the California?
No.
Or no, yeah, you weren't here. You weren't. Yeah,
so
yeah.
this is my first Ferrari ever.
Yeah, so you wrapped pretty much all of it, I think, wasn't it?
Yeah.
How'd you go? What do you think?
Maybe it's the first car, so I feel a little bit tricky on it. Maybe need some more.
The roof, yeah. I think the roof we did 2 or 3 times, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
And
I wasn't
it's a black
happy.
colour as
Yeah,
well.
yeah, piano black roof, crazy stretch. Really hard to do, but I looked over it again. I'm happy with it, so I've signed off on it. All good to go. I think that car's a 9 out of 10, PPF wise.
Yeah.
And that's bearing in mind, guys, a 10 out of 10 job is not possible.
Yeah.
You know, it's not. Yeah, you cannot do a 100% PPF job. You can't do a 100% anything job, really. Nothing is perfect.
Hell, even machine can't do a 100% job as well.
Yeah,
so don't
yeah.
think about it.
Well, you know, you've seen all the cars that we see. They're all painted by robots, and they still have imperfections in them, like dust and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But I think it's a 95% job.
Yeah.
There's nothing. I'm trying to think on anything we can improve. Look, I think the things we can improve is stuff that we can't improve. It's a Ferrari, so there's some of the paintwork's a bit dodgy. Like,
Yeah.
they've like in some areas they've forgotten to paint.
Yeah.
You know, like,
And then you will find like some black paint on the white spot. So
yeah, there's like weird overspray. And look, I think amongst PPF installers, Ferraris are notorious for having subpar paintwork. I don't know why it is. Maybe they do it deliberately to show that it's a Ferrari and it's handmade or hand painted. It's like deliberately doing something wrong to show that it's handmade. Maybe it's a signature thing. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah.
But Ferrari are famous for it. It's not like Porsche. It's they're very different cars.
yeah.
But yeah, what else, man? Anything interesting happening?
Not much actually.
Are you happy with the new layout of the shop?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
And then the most happiest is less car on weekend.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
the
So-
driveway empty.
Yeah.
You can move the car around easier.
Yeah.
Don't need to be like very worried scraping the wheels and stuff.
Yeah.
Any
So guys, you
accident?
probably noticed there's less cars in here than there have been in the past. So we're making a conscious effort to book in less work, but get the work done more quickly. This does mean that our wait list is longer, but it means we get cars done more quickly. There's less cars in here. We're more efficient because, you know, we would spend half a day almost just moving cars around sometimes.
exactly.
Now we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cars in here. 5 cars? 1, 2,
Yeah,
3.
1, 2,
Yeah,
3.
5. I think it's perfect. 1 in the wash bay, 1 in the hoist there, 2 in the booth, 1 out there. That the Stinger is pretty much ready. Car is
Yeah.
just doing the final touches. So 1 for pickup. Oh, actually the Ferrari's done as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's good, and it's a Friday afternoon, so I think we're really good. Yeah, man. No, it's good. This is the evolution, guys, of business. Unfortunately, that I know of. There's no blueprint or guide on how to run a detailing or PPF shop. Or PPF is a relatively new industry as well. So it's not like having a restaurant. So we have to kind of make it up as we go along and learn from our mistakes.
Yeah.
But I think we're getting there. I'm really happy.
Yeah.
What else we got here, Kelvin? We've got the we've got Ado's GTR, guys. Now, if you go back to one of the previous episodes, the thumbnail was this car, and we had Ado, the owner of this car, there talking about it. Now this car is back. He had an unfortunate incident, you know, with some stone chips and some scraping, and he had the front end repainted. So now the front end is getting re-PPF'd, and whilst it's here, he's decided to get the whole car polished again, add some PPF in the rear quarters. The rear window, why was the rear window replaced? What happened here?
Because of the wiper. He take the wiper off and then replace the window without
all right, guys.
the wiper.
So Ado is a top bloke, and he's one of the most OCD people I know when it comes to cars. So he had the rear window replaced with one without a wiper because he didn't want a wiper there. So which model GTR did not come with a rear wiper? What's the story there? Kai, you might know. Okay, all right. So apparently, according to Kai, the V-Spec 2 did not come with a rear wiper. Ada didn't want a rear wiper, so he decided to change the rear windscreen. And I must say, it does look cleaner without a rear wiper. So now we need to retint this. I think the front windscreen has been replaced as well.
Yeah.
So we're actually going to install our windscreen protection film on the windscreen, and some Xpel tint as well, clear tint for the UV and the infrared protection, and the front end. Obviously, being a GTR, there are no patents for this car as of yet. There are patents for the 32 and the 34, but Xpel Australia haven't patented one of these yet. I did ask them to come down and patent this for us, but the schedule of the designers wasn't working. But it's not too hard a car to wrap, so we're just working on this right now. Yeah, guys. Kelvin, anything else to add?
Nah,
I think this was a nice short video because there's not that many cars here, and I really like it, guys. So, guys, thanks for watching. Leave any comments in the comment section below. If you want to book your car in, you know how to get in touch with us. And one more thing, guys, what do you think of the outfits? So we've got the beige pants, blue hoodie. I think Kyle was wearing the same one. So was Mateo. I think it's looking good. I'm wearing a slightly different blue jumper, but you know, because I have that one, beige pants as well. You know, I think we're going for that kind of, a good look.
Yeah,
I think it's looking good.
A team look.
Yeah, I really like it. I think Ivan, I didn't mention, I mentioned Ivan, guys, in there, but Ivan is a new member of the team. He's not coming on camera yet. He's just a bit camera shy, but later on he'll be on, I'm sure, in future episodes. But I'm a new member of the team. He joins us. He's from Sydney, got many years experience in the graphic design and sign writing industry, so he knows how to rap, and he's also worked as a detailer, and fantastic addition to the team. Really glad to have him here. I'm sure you'll see more of him in future episodes. Anything else, Kelvin?
No, that's everything.
Thanks for watching, guys. Please like, share, subscribe, all that jazz. Till next time, stay protected.